What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Welcome to the divisional round of the 2021-2022 NFL playoff season. Week one's in the books. Only one upset, 49ers over Cowboys. The rest was all chalk. Big props to our guy Grant that hopped on. Everyone clapped it up for Grant. Michael's in the car, so can't really blame him for not clapping. Grant went 6-0. Check out his picks for this week if you're needing some picks, not really sure about the games. He's got the hot hand. Any comments on the wild card round games from you guys? Anything that stood out? Anything that changes your mind about what's going to happen in the future of this playoff?
Not so much the future of the playoff, but you already said it. But yeah, shouts out to our boy Grant, 6-0. That's a huge weekend. Oh, actually, yeah. No, not the future of this playoffs, but the Cowboys are the dumbest fucking boys in school. Like, what the fuck is Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy
double down. But why double down? Why not just say, yeah, we fucked up? Everyone would be hey, we respect you for that. You made a mistake, stupid mistake, but at least you owned up to it. He was like, that's the right play call. I don't know if you guys saw this, but like 3 teams have done studies on that play
17
to see how. Yeah, and it's like there was 12 seconds left?
14,
yeah. So it's like these teams have done these studies. So then again, it's not the right play.
No.
The Niners are good, but they just can't stay fucking healthy. That's their biggest problem.
They had 2 more starters go down again during the Cowboys game. And
right.
They're back.
Are they going to be back?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're both back.
Okay, that's huge.
I mean, but is it one of those like we're just going to play them because we have to? If we don't, like, we're definitely going to lose to the Packers. It could be like a JJ Watt is clearly hurt against the Rams.
Well, see, the thing is, like, if Fred Warner went down, like, I thought the way he looked, you would have thought it was like a season-ending knee injury because I think I didn't see it, but I heard the commentator say it was no contact. I was like, oh, never sounds good.
Yeah.
And then they said, I guess he was on the sideline ready to go back in if he needed to. So
yeah, sometimes you get those injuries where you get like a shock sent through your shit and you're like, oh my gosh, what the fuck just happened? Like sometimes you're good in like 5 or 10 minutes and sometimes could be a torn ACL. So
yeah.
Well, Fred Warner, he was running on the sidelines, which meant like maybe if he doesn't play and after a week of not aggravating it, he'll be good. And then Bosa was a head injury, which basically means concussion. I mean, did anyone have any doubt that Joey Bosa would play even if he had a concussion the week before? Like I figured once I saw it was just, like basically a concussion that he would play.
Nick Bosa.
What do you guys think? Let's just get into this game real quick. This is one of the games I want to talk about. What do you guys think, Bills Chiefs?
We just saw the line. The line is now Bills plus 1.5 on the road, over under 53.5. So big over under, but they're basically saying Bills are the better team.
Actually, I think it started at 56.
It's at the Chiefs. Ryan and I were talking like just before we recorded. They're basically saying the Bills have a better chance of winning this game because the home team gets like a 2.5, 3-point swing.
Right. Now, this is what I got to say too, though. Okay, so the Bills played the Pats and looked flawless. Don't get me wrong. But haven't the Pats been kind of ass the past like 6 weeks? So like, why are we weighing that so much?
I just think it shows like huge improvement from their organization because you look back when they played that really cold game in Buffalo and the Pats kind of worked them, and now
but you can't take that game. The winds was like 50 miles per hour. Anyone could have won that game.
I just mean like really really cold game like in that instance. I'm not saying it's a super impressive win. It is super impressive that Josh Allen had a damn near perfect game.
No, it was impressive in different ways. Now, if it would have been like a 20-13 win,
who cares?
Then yeah, like it's whatever. But to
not 47 points,
no punts, no sacks, no turnovers. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
it is impressive, but like the Chiefs were fucking impressive too.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing.
I guarantee you if this week the Steelers played the Patriots, the Steelers would beat the Patriots. So like the Chiefs were fucking impressive too. The Pats are ass. The Pats
I'm not laughing at your
take.
take. I just think that'd be like a funny scenario if we had all like first round exits, like play like a consolation game. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be dope. But look, the Bills was super impressive. Like, I agree with you, Ryan. If you play any NFL team, I don't care who you're playing, if it's the Titans, the Jaguars, whatever, and you do not punt one time, that is super impressive. My only thing is like everyone acted like they just beat a really good Patriots team and ended the Patriots dynasty. The Patriots haven't been good really since they beat the Bills. Since that week, they haven't been good in the NFL since then. So, like, I think people need to pump the brakes just a little bit because everyone's like, oh, my God, if the Bills play like this, not a single team can beat them. It's like, yeah, well, they're not going to play the Patriots each week either. Like, Mac Jones hasn't been able to throw the football lately. Their run game sucks. I mean, that first drive, they had 2 drop touchdown passes potentially. That changes the whole outcome of the game. But the Bills beat their ass, and it's like, yes, but so did the Chiefs. So did, like, there's so many other teams that still look good, and it's just like, you know, if you get the Chiefs at their best game and the Bills at their best game, like, yeah, it probably is a coin toss, but let's stop acting like the Bills are going to walk to the Super Bowl just because they look good against the fucking Patriots.
No, yeah. It's for me, it's not just this past week. They've looked that, so they had a 3 or 4 week stretch where they looked pretty bad in like late November, early December. They've kind of righted the ship. And
have you looked at the teams that they play though? That is a big factor in how you look.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
The last 4 weeks they've played the Jets. They've played, like, their teams have been awful that they've played. Don't get me wrong. The Bills can win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they can't. I'm not saying that Josh Allen isn't a top 3, top 5 quarterback in the league. All I'm saying is yeah, they flip the script. Yeah, it helps when you flip the script when you play terrible fucking teams.
I mean,
it's not their fault.
No?
I mean,
but it's easier to beat.
He's also played a
Jets.
very bad football team in the first round.
I agree. I'm not. So did the fucking the Bills. The Patriots are not good.
I don't.
My point is,
I think this is going to be an awesome game.
It is going to be a good game. I agree.
Yes, but people are already crowning the Bills as champions because they beat the fucking Patriots.
Well,
like,
to be fair, I had my Super Bowl prediction last week was Bills to beat the Bucs in the Super Bowl. So I'm obviously sticking with that. I'm not like changing just because of what happened this past week. But I hear what you're saying. Like there should be no overreaction for their domination, but I'm sure it's like a nice overarching kind of idea that like, oh, the Bills now like own the AFC East and it's not the Patriots. And I think everyone likes the idea of rooting for the Bills instead of despising the Patriots for being good. So I think people are just excited for a new team to see come out of that division.
Yeah. I'll say this. I think whoever wins this game represents the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I agree 110% with that.
100. Yeah, I agree too. Bengals will still have like a year or 2 before they're real contenders, and Tennessee's kind of banged up too, and they're not complete. They don't have like a complete game plan. But anyway, with that in mind, what you guys pick, we'll kind of go backwards because I think this is the last game on Sunday.
It's the first game. No, you're right. It's the last game.
The Bills game. Let's give our Bills Chiefs pick. It's 1.5 and 52.5.
I like the Chiefs.
I
like the Chiefs, but I like the Chiefs, but I, like you guys said, whoever wins this game is going to represent the AFC. I don't like, if the Bills win, would I be like, holy fuck? Like Bills win. They're clearly the best team in the AFC. Chiefs
the Bills
win. They
beat the Chiefs already this year too.
It's always hard to beat a team twice.
Arrowhead.
And the Titans.
I like the Chiefs. I actually think home field advantage is a big play in this right here. I like the Chiefs, and Grant has the Chiefs too, -1.5.
Oh, that helps.
So,
all right, Ryan.
What goes up must come down. So.
Right. Time to fade the fuck out.
Yeah. He might go 0-4. He might go 0-4 this weekend.
I like the over. I don't have a good feel for the actual game itself, but I do think this is a 31-28 kind of game.
Yeah, I also have the over. I'm with you. I'm here.
So
Yeah.
that's my only play right now.
Feels a little what's the right word? Like chalky to just like take the over, like, oh, you see two powerhouses, take the over.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Yeah.
we're going to see that number and it's like, oh, it's a playoffs 53.5. That's a huge number. Like I'm going to hammer the under. Like both teams are going to try to control the ball, but neither of these teams have a good run game. Like,
No, the Bills don't run the ball. They just don't.
Like Devin Singletary is starting to run the ball better and Josh Allen can run a little bit, but neither team has like a complete good run game.
But also in that aspect, Nagy, of like you see the over, if it's fucking 42-35, you'd be like, why the hell did I overthink the over? Like these are two of the best offenses in football.
Right.
Like the over is an easy play, I think.
Yeah.
In this, like I would agree. The over, I mean, Josh Allen's amazing. Mahomes is amazing.
I think the Chiefs have a clearly a slightly better offense, and the Bills have clearly a slightly better defense. So it's a really great game. Like both top 10 in both Chiefs. Do you think if the Chiefs are top 10 in defense, like they're kind of like borderline for defense? But I think the Bills are top 10 in offense and defense. So we'll see. That's kind of why I took the Bills.
They might have the best defense, to be honest. But
I
don't know. I think they might have the best one just off the eye test.
Right.
I don't know what the stats say, but
I was just saying with that stat about the teams that have won like the last like 10 or 11 Super Bowls have had a top 10 offense and top 10 defense. So except for the Chiefs, 2019 Chiefs is the only exception.
I was going to say, yeah.
All right. Next game, we got Rams coming off a dominant win to the Buccaneers coming off a dominant win. Rams +3, Bucks -3, over under 48.5. This is the early game on Sunday.
Yeah, I think this is both of these teams had very similar. Basically, it's weird. Both Sunday games in the first round, they all had similar contests where the other teams they made the playoffs, but they really weren't that good. And we talked about this last week, Nate. I don't think that I think their injuries are just too much. And
but it is
Rams are looking good, I think.
I'm just kidding. I hear you. That is a lot of injuries, especially like offense alone, like O-line and like receivers. Like
their backup receivers are not looking hurt. Like it's like So
but they do get their line. Both linemen are playing. They already said, which is huge for them.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they said.
I heard one was likely.
Well, the center is like for sure, and then
he came back in. He came back in last week.
That makes a difference.
But I agree with you. Their backup receivers also, you can tell that they don't have the connection with Brady, which obviously makes sense because they haven't played and they're not Chris Godwin. But I don't know. It's tough for me to pick against Brady in this.
That's really the drawback. Yeah.
Like, and it's the Rams. It was good to see Matt Stafford win a playoff game. They look dominant. You know, I hope next year, speaking of the Rams game, I hope fucking next year when Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury look really fucking good the first 3 weeks, people don't crown him the Super Bowl champ and crown Kyler the MVP because it's so fucking annoying. And Kyler had maybe one of the worst throws I've ever seen in my life.
That was a Carson Wentz throw.
If that was Carson Wentz or anyone, exactly, you just said that's a Carson Wentz from. I didn't see anyone fucking ripping Kyler. That kid gets the more accolades for doing absolutely fucking nothing because he runs around like a little midget.
He is fast. That's probably the only thing he really has going for him, right? Because I think that injury he had midseason was a lot more. He was like he couldn't outrun anything for the second. He was taking more sacks. He was taking as many sacks as like fucking Jared Goff during.
At what point though, when you get injured every fucking year, is it just who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying he clearly looks slower.
Oh no, I agree with you, but what I'm saying is he gets injured all the time.
Yeah, if it's going to be like a long-term effect on his speed, then he's just going to be an average quarterback.
who can't see over the line.
He's going to be
But
at best.
yeah,
He can't run.
agreed.
If he can't
Agreed.
run.
But the Rams look good. They won the playoff game. They looked really good. I don't know. If their defense can get clicking, like they have so many stars on their defense that, like, I mean, you have Donald and Von Miller right there. That's just a tough people to block. You know, even if these Bucs linemen play a few, you know, hits and whatnot, they could get very banged up easily. But for me, I'm just like, it's Brady. I got to go with Brady. What's the line you said?
3.5 or 3 straight.
3 straight. I got the Bucs -3. I don't like this at all because Grant has the Bucs -3.
It's only
like
minus
you guys,
104, so I mean
and
that's
like,
a positive.
But like you guys said, he was 6-0 last week. He's a Colts fan, which means he probably thought they were going to kill the Jaguars. So, like, he probably will go 0-4. So I don't love the Bucs -3, but I have the Bucs -3. Grant has the Bucs -3.
All right, Ryan, your pick.
Rams +3 and Rams money line.
Wow, double pick, double throwdown on the pick. Why? What's your number one reason?
Last week they look good, and Stafford and Cooper Kupp didn't really have to do anything. He only threw 17 times. OBJ, I'm not going to crown him as a number one receiver, but he's kind of fit in well with the Rams.
6 touchdowns in 8 games.
Yeah, he's just he's a good complimentary receiver.
Yeah,
he's great I agree. He's a great complimentary receiver.
So
he's great when he doesn't try to play wide receiver 1.
Yeah, and I think, and having what's his name, the running back that towards
Cam Akers.
That's just it's free. Like people say, like, kudos to JJ Watt for coming back for his shoulder, but coming back from an Achilles in 6 months is just creature.
That is the craziest thing ever.
They're saying there's a chance that there's no way it was completely ruptured. It probably had to just be like what's the other people. I know, still it's insane. Like that's the one. And like
JJ Watt, like he came back, but he was not back. He was like
Cam Akers. Now I'm glad he's okay, so I can say this now. He almost killed Buda Baker.
Dude, he ran through Buda Baker. Oh my!
So show me another guy who, even if it was not fully ruptured, in 5 months kills a guy who's maybe the hardest hitting safety in the league, Buda Baker. So
dude, he destroyed him. Like, I saw his tweet. I saw Buda say like, "Hey, thanks for the prayers. I'm doing all right." Like, no hate, obviously.
I just really like the Rams right now for this weekend only.
The Rams are a very sexy pick. Like it's McVay, it's Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Odell's looking good. You got
it could be McVay versus what's his name? The 49ers coach in the NFC championship.
And this could be 2 years in a row that the team who's hosting the Super Bowl goes to the Super Bowl.
Could be.
Oh yeah, the Rams. Yeah. Okay, my pick is Rams under 48.5. I think both teams kind of banged up, and the Rams showed that they're not afraid to like run the ball more like they did last week with Cam. So 48.
Okay, wait. Let me get my last 2 picks, and I gotta go.
Okay.
So Bengals line, is it still 3.5?
Yeah. Yep. Minus 114.
Okay, I like the Titans -3.5. Grant has the Bengals +3.5. And then the Packers, is it still 6?
5.5.
5.5. So Grant has the Packers -5.5. I don't know where I want to go with that. I'm gonna go Niners +5.5.
Okay.
I think with those guys playing, I like the Niners. I think if the Niners are healthy, they can actually win the Super Bowl. But they got to stay healthy. And Jimmy G can't make stupid fucking turnovers that ends a game.
Still feel good about your Super Bowl? You said like Green Bay and who? You said Green Bay and the Chiefs?
I said Kansas City and Green Bay. I'll
say I'm sorry, go ahead.
We'll do ours at the end, Ryan.
Okay.
I mean, I'm picking the Niners +5.5, but yeah, like I do feel good about it. I think the difference this year with the Packers is their defense is very fucking good.
They're getting players back. Zadarius Smith will be back.
Yeah, and they're actually getting more healthy now, which is kind of wild.
Be back too.
Yeah, so it's kind of wild. I do like the Packers. Like I said last week, like this is a year Rodgers has gotten so much hate, and for a diabolical guy like Rodgers, that like makes him like play even better. Just
It's
to say
like
fuck
it's like
you.
Nick Saban with the rat poison, bro.
Yeah, like the more that people write articles about him or say he's a bad person, which he is, but like who fucking gives a shit? He plays football. Like there's a lot of bad people who play football, but like that just makes him want to win more. I still like the Packers, and the Chiefs. Like if the Chiefs can win this weekend, I think like we said earlier, I think whoever wins Chiefs Bills, that's who's going.
They're both going to be home favorites against who? Oh, unless they play the Titans, but they're both going to be favorites even on the road against the Titans.
Yeah.
I'll
But
say
also,
go ahead.
What's up?
Go ahead.
My last words are, I think the Bengals too. Like if Derek Carr wasn't such a moron, or just in reality the Raiders scored points, they were in the 10-yard line so many fucking times, and like not even Derek Carr's fault on this thing is like their play calling once they got inside the 10-yard line for 2 straight drives was some of the worst play calling I've ever seen in my life.
He threw the ball like 4 yards short of the goal line on the last play.
Yeah, he took a play out of Pittsburgh Steelers playbook of
that was awful. That was a Matt Nagy
where you need to go.
It was so bad. And then on the first, like they could have ran Jacobs all the time, and they didn't. Like it made no fucking sense. But all right, I gotta go, boys.
All right,
but I'll text you mine and Grant's picks. I hope Grant does well this weekend, but who knows?
Fade him.
Oh, Nagy, say Zach's pick. He didn't have like a
I'll do Zach's picks. I'll get him
so like he's worked say 2 of his picks.
Okay, I'll do these last 2 picks that he has for the last.
Yeah, because he hasn't worked his way up to give full picks yet. So
okay, I got you.
All right, I'll see you, boys.
All right, see you, man. All right, that was Michael. Pretty good strategy. Kind of fading Grant to try to get back in the game.
Yeah.
So as we said, so Zach, I think Zach went 3-3. So Zach went 3-3.
That was 3-4.
Obviously, Zach had an awful regular season. So we'll do his last 2 picks. Do you have any more thoughts on Rams, Bucks?
No, I do not. No, I just the Rams.
I didn't know. It's so crazy that like so many of these guys that look really hurt are like gonna fucking start. Like not just like
because I think it's because of the playoffs. There's like
I know, but like that. It depends what kind of contract you have with them. Like if you have them for like the next like 3 or more years, like there's no, and they're like a high value player. There's no way you're starting them. Like, but if they're like unrestricted free agent going into 2022, 2023, fuck it. That kind of like the Cubs when we rented Aroldis Chapman when we won the World Series, like Joe Madden was pitching the fuck out of Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah.
Like he was throwing like 4 or 5 outs consecutive games in the playoffs because he knew he had to. Anyway, not a baseball podcast. So we're gonna do next game is Packers 49ers. I mean, I'm a Bears fan if everyone didn't remember. This pains me.
This is a good matchup. The 2 best teams in the NFC. I was telling my friend the other day, if you take records out, like record seedings, like I know the 49ers came in as what, the 6th seed, 5th seed?
Yeah, 6th seed. They did 6-3 for their upset.
I think going into last week, the 49ers were the 2nd best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
They got hot at the right time.
Like legitimately at like every single position on the field. The only 2 spots I honestly think that Green Bay has better players or player is quarterback,
which is the most important,
and offensive line.
I would give him running back too.
But like if are we counting Deebo Samuel? It's okay. We can still give Green Bay running back because they have AJ Dillon and
Yeah.
but still, so they have those three. I mean, maybe corners you can give to
And I'd probably give him
Green Bay.
receiver. I would since the Packers
But
had
like
good,
as a core, including like I
yeah,
guess you separate the tight end position maybe, but it's Devontae. Like we know. Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers can throw the ball to whoever, and it just looks like he makes them look like superstars. But this is fucking playoffs. Like that shit can get you through the regular season. Sure, it can get you one seed, but I don't know. I'm just saying shit at this point to give myself hope that the Packers might lose.
This is a tough matchup.
The Packers are undefeated at home. I have Packers -5.5 in this game. Almost, I guess it could serve as like a jinx almost. I kind of hope, but now the Packers are going to win, but like they won't cover.
I think this is the one team in the NFC that the Packers didn't want to face is the 49ers. If this was the Dallas Cowboys or anyone else.
Oh, yeah. They'd match up so much better against the Cowboys.
And this is a tough matchup. And I think with the weather, Aaron Rodgers' history with San Francisco in the playoffs it's not good for the Packers.
I think the Rams also match up very well against.
I think they would too.
I think the Rams would have a better chance going into Lambeau. I guess Tom Brady too, because he's used to the cold weather. But like as a team, like
and he did it last year, but he did it without a crowd.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll talk about that next week. I should have brought that up.
But I think 5.5. Even when it was at 6, that was way too much. 5.5 is so way too much.
I think it opened at 6.5. Even
I like the 49ers. If it's over 3, I like the Niners. So I'm going to take Niners in the points. And with the weather, I think the under is a good play here too.
I don't remember what the over/under is.
47.
47? Okay. Well, I mean, we saw what the Bills could do in the cold. Well, we'll see. I don't know. I honestly, it's so weird going into the divisional round because like these one seeds have a week off and like you don't really get to see like their playoff form yet. So it's kind of like you're almost kind of guessing like what they're going to come out with in the playoffs, because like playoff football, like you definitely play like a little different, because it's like win or go home type deal. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay, so Zach's pick on this game is Deebo Samuel anytime touchdown score -105. I don't hate it because Deebo, like we said, he can line up at running back, and it's gonna be cold. I know TikTok probably isn't the most reliable source of information, but this guy was talking about weather for this game, and it was like over the weekend, and they were saying it could get close to like -30, even possibly -40 with the wind chill, depending on how this next storm system moves in. So under looks really good for that. I definitely
see this being a 17-13, 26, something close, something within 6.
There's no way it gets that cold if the over/under is still that high. Like obviously the sports books have really good meteorology teams. Damn. Well, if it gets that cold, at least I have the Packers. They're gonna play better in that weather. Anyways, fuck it. I don't know. Last game. We got the Bengals going to the Titans. Wow, what a game. I have no idea what the fuck is going to happen. Like a lot of people, Titans obviously had a bye in the first round like the Packers. Joe Burrow looks like he's the next Jesus Christ of the state of Ohio behind LeBron. Bengals are a really fun team to watch. I feel like a shit ton of the money is going to be on the Bengals. So I should take the Titans, but I'm still going to take the Bengals plus the 3.5.
I think as of this morning, 92%. This is for a different game. 92% of the money was on the Bills Chiefs over.
Wow, I'm fucked. That
Yeah.
much? Why did you say that when I was like, damn, I think a bunch of people are going to be on the under? Fuck. You
I
bet.
took it too, so we're probably
Damn
both
it.
screwed.
I'm still gonna fucking bet it on Saturday or
I
Sunday.
know.
It's too fun.
But for the Bengals Titans, it's weird. Like the Titans are the number 1 seed. They deserve as much respect as anyone because they got the number 1 seed without having they didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver this year, I don't
No.
believe. And they did it without their best player for pretty much the entire second half of the season.
Yo, Mike Vrabel is a fucking beast. That man
he should be the coach of the year.
He should win coach of the year. No fucking stars, including the injuries, like no superstars. And they get the 1 seed. Not just make the playoffs. 1 seed.
No, and they beat the Bills.
And the Chiefs.
Did they beat the Chiefs?
Yeah. They remember on that 5-game win streak they went, they beat like the Chiefs.
That's right.
The Rams.
Yeah, right.
Not the Cardinals. They beat 4 insane teams. Oh, the Colts. They beat the Colts. Yeah, that was the first or second time they played the Colts, and they beat the Colts in that win streak. Bro, they were insane. But anyway.
So I'm gonna go Bengals plus 3.5. I'm actually going Bengals money line as well.
Oh, nice. Double dip again. Yeah, with this competition, Grant is plus 6 units, and Ryan and I are both 1 in the hole, roughly.
I think the Bengals like the Niners. I think the Bengals they got hot.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is probably he definitely should be the offensive rookie of the year. And I'm actually, you know what, I'm taking the over too. Over 47.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
got 3 for
thinking about this. I'm not gonna announce them now. I'll have to think about it. But before I put our picks out on our Twitter, by the way, if you don't follow us already, Victor Lap Bets on Twitter, give us a follow. That's where this and all of our other picks will be. Yeah, I'm 7 units behind with 7 games left in the playoffs. I kind of don't have a choice. I'm gonna have to go back in the app and find some props I like, some yards, some touchdown scorers, because I'm not gonna be able to catch up. I'm gonna need a prayer if I only do 1 pick a game. That's a great point. And then Zach's pick is Joe Burrow over 275.5 passing yards. Interesting. No one's ever taken a quarterback prop.
Wait, what is that prop again?
He took over 275.5 passing yards. So
Probably. I think that's probably a good one too.
I will say at the beginning of the year, the Titans defense was bottom 8, bottom 7. But after that win streak they had, their pass defense was looking really good. For no reason. They don't have any good secondary players, but they were just I think that's the Mike Vrabel effect. He just had and obviously probably the D coordinator too, but I think there's some kind of great team chemistry that Mike Vrabel is able to bring out in his players. Because could you name a corner or a safety on the Titans right now?
Does Adoree Jackson still play for Tennessee?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know. I don't know.
I don't. Not really. I can't really name anyone on their defense.
So, all right. Do you still feel good? I think you had. I
had Bills, Packers.
Yeah, you didn't say who you thought would win though, right?
No.
You just said who was playing.
I will say this. I said the winner of the AFC or the winner of the Bills Chiefs will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I'll say the same thing for the Niners Packers in the NFC.
Okay.
I think the Niners are built to win on the road no matter where they go. And if they go to the Rams will probably be underdogs because they do not match up well against the Niners. At least they should be underdogs.
Yeah. I just think you look and the NFL, these playoff games, they always kind of find like some kind of storyline to follow. So the way I look at it, not talking about spreads or anything, just talking about like if the games follow the storyline. A really great matchup that happened not too long ago was Chiefs and the Bengals, where the Bengals won 34-31. So I think if the Bengals win, the Chiefs definitely win, and they'll play for the AFC Championship. But if the Titans win, I think the Bills win. I know it's kind of fucking wacky and crazy to think that way, but the Titans and the Bengals is the first game of the weekend. So I think if the Titans win, then I think the Bills are going to win. But if the Titans win, I think the Bills will win on Sunday. But if the Bengals win on Saturday, I think the Chiefs win on Sunday. So I'm going to bet, like, according my Sunday bet, that is going to be directly correlated to that game for those two. Now, on the NFC side, the Buccaneers are definitely going to win. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Oh, you're kind of locked into that one.
This is just for like the storyline premise of picks. I don't like no real like logic, just like the storyline type shit. There's not really a real storyline with the Rams except Matt Stafford being on a good team. That's fair. Green Bay, obviously gonna win.
I just don't see.
This isn't logic. It's just like the storyline type shit.
It's the NFL trying to get.
Yes, exactly. So don't feel offended. And then we have Green Bay, the Bucks, and then either the Chiefs or the Bills, and then the Bengals or the Titans. And then whoever wins the Titans Bengals game is going to lose the AFC Championship, obviously. And then that's why I picked the Bills over the Bucks, because that regular season game was so crazy when the Bills were down like 24 points back. Yeah, and then it went to overtime. The Chiefs obviously got owned by the Bucks in the Super Bowl last year. Like, I could see the NFL trying to set up a rematch of that. There's just like a lot of really good matchups just from this year, and then obviously last year's Super Bowl that the NFL can play and market so fucking well. So I'm thinking like a Bengals Chiefs rematch would be huge. Chiefs Buccaneers in the Super Bowl would be huge. Buccaneers. Oh, I already said that. And then obviously like Chiefs Bucks. Like, those are three like matchups I think we're gonna see. Obviously, we got to see at least one of them, but I think we'll see at least two of them, just because, the NFL. Like, I don't want to say it's rigged or anything, but like, I definitely think sometimes there's something fishy going on. And the refs never get fired. Like, how the refs never get fired?
Well, they're unionized.
Fuck that. The teacher hits a kid in the face, the teacher gets fired.
And then also we did see the Bengals Raiders refs. They
blew the whistle, man.
Which I don't know why.
It's so stupid.
Because he wasn't even that close to being out of bounds. He was like 6 inches away, and the ref.
I think it was just a mistake, like honest mistake, though. But anyway, we're about to run out of time on the Zoom. Follow the Twitter, subscribe on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Thanks again for listening. Good luck this weekend. Stay safe. Know there's going to be a bunch of snow. Have fun, bet responsibly, and peace.
Always responsibly. See ya.